Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9 p.m. English News edition brought to you live from the national television. Let's take a look at the top stories. And concerning the Djibouti-AU cooperation, the annual political dialogue between the Republic of Djibouti and the European Union held today at the diplomatic status. And in Gaza has endured over 600 days of intense conflict. Those were the top stories, and welcome back in our newsroom. The Diplomatic Institute hosted today the annual political dialogue between the Republic of Djibouti and the European Union. The meeting was attended by Djibouti's Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, spokesperson of the government Abdulkader Hossein Omar, and the European Union Ambassador Mrs. Denisa Elena Lunet. This high-level meeting allowed for open and constructive discussion on key political, security, and regional issues, as well as on the bilateral relationship between Djibouti and the EU. Key topics included the political and security situation in the Horn of Africa, the priorities of the new European Commission, outcomes of recent African Union summits, maritime security in the Red Sea, and EU-AU relation. International issues including the situation in Palestine and the conflict in Ukraine were also addressed. On the bilateral front, discussion covered migration, economic and social prospects, investment and progress in governance, human rights and gender equality, notably through the follow-up of the 2023 Universal Periodic Review. And this dialogue is part of the strategic partnership between Djibouti and the European Union based on shared values of peace, security, sustainable development, and respect for human rights. Both parties reaffirmed their commitment to continued cooperation and to strengthening their partnership in support of Djibouti's and region's development and stability. In her remarks, Mrs. Denisa Elena Lunet, the EU ambassador, praised the strength and quality of the partnership between the European Union and the Republic of Djibouti. For his part, the Minister of the Interior, Said Nuh Hassan, did not fail to praise the close cooperation between Djibouti and the European Union. He emphasized that this strategic partnership plays a key role in strengthening national security, managing migration, and promoting sustainable and inclusive development. The Minister of the Interior highlighted the effort made by the Djiboutian government to regulate and manage migration flows within the country, especially in a region facing significant challenges. He did not fail to express appreciation for the European Union's continued support of these initiatives, which helps ensure a human, coordinated, and effective approach to migration management. And finally, the minister stressed the importance of deepening cooperation to tackle regional and global security challenges as well. In his statement, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, spokesperson of the government, Abdulkader Hossein Omar, expressed his full satisfaction with the holding of this high-level political dialogue, which reflects the strength and vitality of the partnership between the Republic of Djibouti and the European Union. He welcomed the mutual commitment to further deepen this strategic cooperation, which is rooted in shared values of peace, security, respect for human rights, and sustainable development. He emphasized that this partnership is a key pillar in supporting Djibouti's national priorities, particularly in terms of stability, governance, economic, and social development. And the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Djibouti also stressed the importance of maintaining a structure and ongoing dialogue to jointly anticipate current and future geopolitical issues and to build coordinated responses to international crises. Let's head now to Ivory Coast, where at the African Development Bank annual meeting in Ivory Coast, Djibouti's Minister of Economy and Finances in charge of industry, Ilyas Moussa Dawali, took part in a high-level meeting on Africa's global financial architecture. The event gathered African ministers and experts to address economic challenges from external pressures such as trade and health crisis, and to find ways and means to strengthen the continent's resilience. Discussion highlighted the worrying drop in development aid for health, expected to decrease by 40% by 2025. Key recommendations included speeding up the African Continental Free Trade Area, improving health financing, and reforming a tax system to better mobilize resources. Now, this press release, Djibouti is currently experiencing an intense heat wave with temperatures reaching nearly 47 degrees Celsius in the capital, according to the National Meteorological Agency. The government asks everyone to be careful, especially old people, children, and people who are weak. You should drink plenty of water, avoiding going outside or doing hard work when it's very hot, and stay in a shade or in the cool places. People traveling by car or boat should also bring enough water. The meteorological agency is watching the weather closely and asks everyone to check the officials' updates. And still with the national news, this morning, the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce held a significant business forum between Djibouti and the United States under the high patronage of the Minister of Commerce and Tourism at the Campeski Palace Hotel. A high-level American delegation composed of business leaders and investors met with the key players from Djibouti's private sector. The forum provided a strategic platform to identify synergies, explore cooperation opportunities, and initiate sustainable partnership in trade and investment. Through discussion and sector presentation, participants explore prospect for strengthening the partnership between the business communities of both countries. This initiative reflects a shared commitment to fostering an attractive economic environment based on bilateral cooperation, innovation, and shared growth. Mohammed Ismail, the head of the American delegation, highlighted the strategic importance of this forum. Let's listen to him.
Of advancing trade and investment between the United States and the Republic of Djibouti. This mission is not only about exploring new opportunities, it is about building long-lasting, meaningful partnerships that will drive innovation, economic growth, and prosperity for both our nations.
And for his part, the chargé d'affaires of the U.S. Embassy praised the Djibouti-U.S. Forum, highlighting its role in strengthening economic ties between the two countries. He did not fail to note that the event is a key opportunity to boost trade, investment, and build lasting partnership. He reaffirmed the United States' commitment to supporting Djibouti's economic growth and development through enhanced bilateral cooperation. He concluded by expressing optimism about the promising future of this partnership. For his part, the president of the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce emphasized the importance of the forum in strengthening economic ties between the two countries. He noted that the event provides a crucial platform to promote trade exchanges, attract investment, and build lasting partnership. He stressed that the Chamber of Commerce's commitment to fostering an economic environment conducive to growth and bilateral cooperation. He added that such meetings help to better showcase Djibouti's economic potential internationally. And finally, the Djibouti Chamber of Commerce President expressed confidence in a promising future for economic relation between Djibouti and the United States. And in turn, the Minister of Commerce of Djibouti took the floor to praise the organization of the Djibouti-United States Business Forum, highlighting its key role in strengthening bilateral economic relations. He noted that the event promotes the development of trade and investment between the two countries while encouraging innovation and job creation. He also affirmed the government's commitment to maintaining a business-friendly environment to support sustainable economic growth. He expressed confidence that this partnership will open new avenues for prosperity and collaboration in the years to come. Let's head now to Iraq, where the technical advisor to the Minister of Commerce and Tourism participated in the 60th edition of the Arab Competition Forum held on May 28-29 in Baghdad, Iraq, organized by the League of Arab States in partnership with various regional and international organizations. This forum brings together experts, policymakers, the competition's authority representative, and key economic players to discuss fair competition, innovation, and sustainable economic development in the Arab world. And during the event, I had the opportunity, said the technical advisor, to represent Djibouti, which take part in a high-level panel and exchange best practices on competition policies and market regulation. This participation highlights Djibouti's commitment to an open, competitive, and fair economy. And now let's come back to the country where the president of the Djibouti Port and Free Zones Authority, Abubakar Omar Hadi, welcomed the United States Djibouti Trade and Investment Mission delegation yesterday at the Red Sea Wall. The visit began at the Dorali, a multi-purpose port, where the delegation observed the port operational and learned about its essential role in facilitating regional and international trade as well. Following this, Nuruddin Yusuf Ilmi, one of the officials and responsible, gave a detailed presentation on the development vision and strategic objective of Djibouti's Port and Free Zones Authority. The U.S. delegation did not fail to express strong interest in investing in several sectors, including renewable energy, tourism and hospitality, medical infrastructure, and real estate. Although Djibouti is a small market, it serves as a gateway to a vast regional market due to its strategic geopolitical location, influential diplomacy, and political stability. The country acts as a strategic hub for trade and investment toward a market of over 600 million people in the COMESA region. Djibouti has 6 ports and 4 free zones. However, the African Growth and Opportunity Act is no longer in effect, which means Djiboutian exports to the United States are now subject to a 10% tariff. How can a trade with the U.S. continue and grow under this condition? The discussion highlights Djibouti's growing potential across various sectors. The Chinese embassy organized today in Djibouti the 80th edition of the prestigious Bridges to Chinese competition, attracting many high school students passionate about the Chinese language and culture. Supported by Chinese cooperation, the Confucius Institute, Chinese Bridges, and Djibouti's Ministry of Education, this competition gives young talent the chance to showcase their linguistic and cultural skills through written and oral tests. The preliminary selection was a challenging and rewarding experience where candidates demonstrated their proficiency in Chinese across several categories and reading, comprehension, speaking, and cultural knowledge. A panel of experts and Chinese language teachers ensured a fair and rigorous evaluation. The top candidate will have the unique opportunity to represent Djibouti at the final competition in China. They will participate in an innovation language trip, allowing them to immerse themselves in Chinese culture and broaden their academic and professional horizons. And this trip is a valuable chance for these young talents. The technical advisor to the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training, Mohammed Abdi Gidi, emphasized that this initiative reflected the ministry's ongoing commitment to promoting foreign language education and developing new skills among young generation. He added that such opportunities allow students to open up to other culture, build self-confidence, and better prepare for the challenges of an increasingly globalized world. According to him, encouraging the mastery of foreign languages is a key driver in enhancing the employability of young Djiboutian and strengthening their role in international exchanges. Like other regions of the country, the Khel region, under the leadership of the Minister of Health, Dr. Ahmed Robli Abdullah, officially launched the second round of the national polio vaccination campaign in the presence of the regional prefect Hassan Abdi Robli, the president of the regional council Mahad Hussein Ahmed, and the regional medical officer Jama Musa Wais. This campaign will take place from May 27 to 31st, 2025. The first phase, held from April 12 and 16, successfully vaccinated over 11,000 children under the age of 5 in this region. A key feature of the second round is the distribution of vitamin A to children aged from 6 to 59 months to help boost their immune system and support health growth. Ahead of the campaign, a door-to-door census of all children under 5 was conducted across the entire region starting on May 23, 2025. Fighting poliomyelitis remains a public health priority as it's an incurable disease. The prefect of the region, Hassan Abdi Roble, made a heartfelt appeal to parents, urging them to welcome the vaccination teams and to facilitate their work throughout the campaign. He emphasized that these health teams will be deployed across all neighborhoods, villages, and remote areas of the region to ensure that no child is left behind. The prefect stressed that the fight against polio is a shared responsibility and that the cooperation of families is very essential to the success of this campaign. Let's turn now to the world news. As of May 29, 2025, Gaza has endured over 600 days of intense conflict, leading to a severe humanitarian crisis. The United Nations reports that approximately 470,000 people are at imminent risk of famine, with over 2.1 million residents facing a severe food insecurity. The blockade imposed by Israel has left 92% of homes damaged and more than 1 million people are displaced. Hospitals are overwhelmed with critical shortages of medical supplies and fuel. Spain, Ireland, Slovenia, and Norway reaffirmed their strong support for the two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. They emphasized that creating an independent Palestinian state alongside Israel is essential for lasting peace in the Middle East. Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez called this recognition a matter of historic justice and said the Palestinians should include both the West Bank and Gaza, with its Jerusalem as its capital. And finally, the world is facing a growing climate crisis with the rising temperature affecting countries everywhere. Experts warn that by 2029, Earth is likely to experience unprecedented heat levels, with a 70% chance that the 5-year average temperature will exceed the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold set by the Paris Agreement. This projection, based on data from the World Meteorological Organization and the UK Met Office, indicate a significant risk of surpassing the 1.5 degrees Celsius. So that's it for tonight news. Thanks for being with us and have a good night.